Welcome to DRB Tunnel Solutions training. In this video, we're going to look at the XPT cache management process.
We're now going to take a look at the cache management process of the XPT. First, we'll begin by opening the XPT. We'll place our key in the tumbler and remove the top lock tumbler. When we do that, typically we're automatically brought into the quick status screen, and we're asked for our employee access. We can type in our password, our barcode, and our PIN, and this will determine if we have access not only to the door, but to the vault on the inside of the XPT. My particular user does have access to both of those things, so we can proceed on with the cache maintenance process. Notice we're brought automatically to the maintenance tab. It assumes that a maintenance session is what we're going to be performing. So we're going to go ahead and open up the XPT door. Now forgive our hardware, we have a new EMV reader on order here, and we actually have some makeshift routing coming out of the front of the XPT door, but this is for our demo system here. But the process will be the same at your live XPT. We're going to go ahead and grab our wrench, and we'll open the XPT. We now can go ahead and open up our XPT with 7.5 turns. We make sure that the wrench is in there. And we open the top and bottom. We will open the door. And notice, if your employee access times out, you can always retype it, or if it asks you again. Sometimes that'll happen if you have a loose tumbler sensor here, it'll actually ask for access again, thinking that the door is being opened again. We're now back into our maintenance session, and we can open up the XPT. The next step of cache maintenance of an XPT is to use a separate physical key that protects the vault. Usually it's the square keys and not the green keys that are used to open the door. We turn the vault and open it up. At this point, if my employee didn't have vault access, we would be hearing the alarm going off. But since I do have vault access, we're good to go. And we can bring the tray on down. Now the process for taking a cache acceptor cassette that's full of bills would be to slide down the yellow button and pull the cassette off, and then we can take our cassette away. If we have multiple copies of our cassettes, we can take an empty one and place it on the inside of the acceptor, and we're done with the acceptor portion for bills. If we take coins as well, there's a coin collection cup that's back here. You'd have to remove the coins out of there. The next process would be checking your reject tray for any bills from our bill dispenser. And these would be bills that wouldn't be counted, but they would still be indicated as cash in the bill dispenser. Finally, you can pull out your cassettes by pressing the little green eject button. And since this is a process that we like to do quickly, again, we would suggest having another set of these cassettes that are pre-filled before you come out to the lot. So you can simply take your full cassettes away and put in replacement cassettes into the XPT. The flat side is going to be the side that's facing you when you put the cassettes back inside. If you do have coin dispensing as well, typically we don't remove any coins from the dispenser. We just always add more coin to the dispenser. So the top hopper is in the back and the lower hopper is in the front. Usually when we're inserting coins, we would open the door wide enough to pull the drawer completely out. It does have a catch that will allow the door to hang a little bit, and you can put the bills in dispensing from the front on back in order to kind of disperse the coins so that they're not all wedged in together. Once we're complete with all of our internal vault hardware, including the cassettes, the coin cup, the cash acceptance and dispensing capabilities, the cash redirect tray has been checked and removed any bills, and we've added more coin, we can go ahead and close up the vault and lock the vault. Anytime you open and close a vault in the Patheon system, we create a vault access event, and we need to tell the system what we did with that vault access event. So let me go ahead and close the door up. I'm going to use our wrench. Seven and a half turns so that we don't over tighten or break the bolts. We can replace our key tumblers. And finally, when we're done, we can press the resume flow button. It's asking us for our password again, because that was obviously triggered during that process. We'll likely have to double check that sensor. Now, at the very end of your session, you need to confirm the activities that we did, and we're going to simulate that we did a few things here. One, we can say that we emptied the bill acceptor, that we emptied the coin acceptor, which was the coin acceptance cup, and we can also say that we both added or removed money from the dispensers. On the following screens, it'll ask us what we did for each dispenser. So, for the coins, let's just pretend I added a certain number of coins. You can do a cash value of coins or a certain number of coins. We'll say in this instance that I added 200 quarters to my system. I'll select 200, number of coins, and click Add. The next section is the dollar coins that were defined. We'll say I put 100 dollar coins in the system. We added, in this case, 250 $1 bills. And in this case, we added 100 $5 bills. Once we've told the system what we've added, we can resume and go back to the standard flow. And our vault session will be printed. It will tell us of the money removed, what was in each dispenser, and it'll reset those counts for us and give us the totals. It will show any money that was added, dispenser coins that were added, and then the total net deposit of this receipt. The last step of cash maintenance at an XPT is to go back and validate that everything that was in those collection cups that the system thought was there was actually there. So let's take a look at that process now. The next step of cash balancing would be done at a point of sale terminal, even if the money was removed from the XPT. You merely go to the Cash Balance tab and then scroll to the entries that we want to edit. For example, it said we had $90 in our $5 dispenser. Let's go ahead and open that up, press the edit button. You'll notice if I cancel here, before we go in, these sections are not reconciled, meaning I haven't counted it and told it what I actually have yet. So I'm going to select my $5 dispenser. I open up my dispenser and count down my $5 bills. And yes, I had $90. You want to make sure that you put the total value in and not the denomination, or else you could have an over and short issue. But it can be easily remedied by just re-editing the entry. Let's just say, for example, I accidentally put $91, which doesn't make sense even in a $5 dispenser. It does show that it's reconciled, but it made an adjustment saying that we were over $1. That makes no sense unless there was a single dollar bill in a $5 dispenser, which doesn't make sense. We can re-edit that and say that the total value was, our actual value, $90. And we'll show now that it's been re-reconciled, no adjustment for over and short, and our ending balance equals what the starting balance was. We then proceed to all of our non-reconciled sections here. So we're going to proceed now to the $1 dispenser, It said that we should have had $12 left. We count them. We only have $11 left in here. And so it shows that we are short $1. We go ahead and reconcile our $1 coin dispensing. And we count our coins. And in this case, we didn't have any. We're now going to count our coins. We didn't have any coins. So even though we told it we removed everything out, our actual denomination of counted was 0. So it now shows that that is reconciled. For our quarters as well, we didn't have any quarters that were supposed to be in the system. So we count our quarters at 0. It now shows it's reconciled. So the process of reconciling is pressing edit, doing a physical count, and then comparing that to what the system says we should have. For the coin acceptor, we didn't have anything, so we'll do total value of 0 and submit. For the bill acceptor, it actually says that we had 0 as well, so we do a count. Now, keep in mind, your ending balance is going to be much higher than this. This was from a sample system that I hadn't put any cash in, or I had more recently removed the cash. So it was really only showing that we had $5 and $1 bills in our dispensers. But now we have counted, pressed the edit pencil, and typed the actual count for everything. And the system automatically calculates the over and short adjustment based off of what it believed we had in those acceptors or dispensers and what we actually counted. And that's the process of cash balancing at an XPT.
Thank you for watching DRB Tunnel Solutions training. If you have any suggestions or questions, please email our training team.